God hilsene mine gode venger og venner, og velkommen til episode 6 av tyrspillet Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Vi er tilbake i The City, men mission vil snakke til dere, før jeg får lov til å ha en recap.
Hey there, what can I do for you?
I want to know a little more about you, mission.
Really? You want to know about me? Nobody's ever really been interested in me before. What do you want to know?
Where are your parents? Don't you have a family?
Big Z's my family, you know? My parents, well, I guess they're dead. It was just me on my own until the day I saw Zalbar in the lower city. I could tell right away he was in trouble. This was before the gang wars were out of hand. But even then, the Vulkars were scum. A few of them were hassling Big Z, trying to pick a fight, but he wasn't looking for trouble.
Who'd want to pick a fight with a Wookiee?
Hey, nobody said the Vulkars were smart, but there were 3 of them. So maybe they figured they could handle him. I don't know. Anyway, I don't like the Vulkars at the best of times. And when I saw them picking on this poor Wookiee, all alone on a strange planet, overwhelmed by the big city, I just lost it. I screamed out, "Leave him alone, you core slimes!" and charged right at them. Well, one of them saw me coming and slapped me so hard he just about knocked me cold.
Smacking a kid? Those Vulkars have no class.
Hey, don't treat me like I'm a little girl. I ain't no kid. I'm 14 years old. Those Vulkars didn't scare me. They're nothing but cowards. I knew how to deal with them. Of course, I never got the chance. I guess Zalbar didn't like seeing me get smacked around. He let out this howl and yanked that Vulkar a meter up off the ground and held him there by his throat.
What did the other 2 Vulkars do?
The other 2 screamed and ran off. Can't say I blame them. The first time you see an angry Wookiee up close, it isn't a pretty sight. I thought Zalbar was gonna rip that punk's arms off and beat him to death with his own fists. The Vulkar was so scared, he fainted. Or maybe it was Big Z's breath just knocked him out. I keep telling Zalbar to brush those choppers of his, but he never listens. Just stay upwind when he's speaking and you'll be fine. Anyway, I knew those Vulkars would be back with friends, so I grabbed Zalbar and we took off. Ever since then, we've been a team. We look out for each other, you know?
How did you survive before you met Zalbar?
Hey, what's that supposed to mean? You think I can't take care of myself? I've got street smarts. I know how to get by on my own. In fact, I look out for Zalbar more than he looks out for me, you know? Big Z's a little bit too gullible to make it alone on the mean streets of the lower city.
How did Zalbar end up on Taris?
He was fleeing some kind of trouble back on Kashyyyk. That's all I know, really. Big Z doesn't like to talk about it. In case you didn't notice, he's the strong, silent type. Doesn't much matter to me, though. I accept him for what he is, not what he was. Me and Zalbar like to live in the present.
Eller må jeg spørre på den igjen, how did you survive before you met Zalbar?
Hey, what's that supposed to mean? In fact, I look at...
Well, we should get back to the task at hand.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Like I used to tell my brother, fast talk and slick words don't get the job done.
I didn't know you had a brother.
My brother's a touchy subject, you know. It just so happens, I don't really feel like talking about him right now. Nothing personal. Let's just get back to the business at hand, okay?
Yeah, så nå ble vi litt bedre kjent med mission her. Recapen som vi skulle ha fra forrige episode var jo at vi gikk videre inn i The City. Nei, det gjorde vi ikke. Vi var jo i The Stewards faktisk, og da utforsket vi i hvert fall det siste som var der. Vi kom inn i The Vulkar Base og stjal de particle accelerator som vi skulle ha. Uansett, og på fritiden så fant jeg også sko, så Rukiel her kan få det han trenger.
Greetings once more, Upworlder. Do you bring news of my apprentice? Have you discovered her fate and proved yourself to be a true savior of my people?
Your apprentice is dead. I have her journal.
It is as I feared, then. She joins the list of those who have given their lives in the service of our cause. But though I am saddened by this news, there is yet hope. By finding my apprentice, you have proved yourself worthy, Upworlder. You are to be the beacon on our path to salvation. You will guide us to the promised land.
Guide you? But I don't even know where the promised land is.
You are marked, Upworlder. Even my dim old eyes can see the mantle of destiny that cloaks you. Perhaps old Rookhill knows you better than you know yourself. I am old. I have lived 100 years in the Undercity, cast down into the darkness. I know the legends and history of our people, and now you must learn it too.
Jeg ikke veldig interessert sånn egentlig, men very well. Tell me the history of your people.
The great city of Taris covers the entire surface of this planet. There is no land to grow food. Kelp harvests and the creatures of the sea are our only food source. A century ago, rising levels of toxic pollution poisoned the oceans, and famines swept the planet. The rich hoarded food for their own use, and the poor were left to starve and die.
From what I've seen of Taris, it doesn't look like much has changed. Except for the upper city, people here are just as bad off as the poor in your little history.
But the poor rose up against this tyranny, and civil war engulfed the planet. Millions died in the fighting, and huge sections of Taris were destroyed or abandoned. The rebellion was crushed in the end. Thousands were taken prisoner. The jails could not hold them all, and so the practice of banishing all prisoners to the Undercity was born.
Is that how you came to be down here?
Many brave men and women were banished here to the Undercity for their part in the rebellion. People like my father and grandfather were cast down, along with their families.
What did you expect? If they could get away with it, the Teresian nobles would stuff their own mothers down here to make more room in the upper city.
Now we live a dark existence beneath the streets of Taris, a life devoid of all hope but one, the Promised Land. And you will be the one to show us the way to get there.
How can I lead you to this promised land when I don't even know what it is?
Legends tell of a self-sufficient colony founded just before the famine and lost during the Civil War. A paradise beneath the Undercity where droid servants tend to every need. For many years I searched for the Promised Land, just as my grandfather and father did before me. When I became old and gray, my apprentice continued the search on my behalf.
Sounds like a myth to me. Something to give the people here some false hope to cling to so they don't go mad with despair.
I have collected many clues hinting at its location. The journal of my apprentice provides yet more information. But still, there are too many pieces missing from this puzzle. But I know my father and grandfather each had journals where they recorded their own discoveries. Perhaps, with their journals, I could at last uncover its hidden location.
I have all 3 journals. Og det er jo fordi utforskinga mi på fritida gjorde at jeg kunne finne det. Så, here, take them.
Can it be true? Is it possible that at long last, the dream of my father and grandfather before him will be fulfilled? I can hardly bear to look. Yes, of course. Now I understand. It all makes sense. Now I see why the Promised Land has been so hard to find. It is so obvious. You have done a great thing, Upworlder. A selfless act that will bring great joy to all the people of this village. I must take this to Gendar right away.
Rookhill, what do you want now? Have you more fables of a hidden paradise just waiting for us to find it?
You may not think these are fables after you see what I have brought you, Gendar. Look at these journals.
What? No, it can't be. Are these real, Rookhill? Is this information accurate?
I swear to you everything in these journals is true, Gendar. The Promised Land. I told you I would find it.
The entrance is far from here, Rookhill. It will take us weeks to get there, perhaps even months. And we will have to cross many Rakghoul-infested areas.
I do not deny the journey will be hard, Gendar. But surely it is better than the miserable life we have here.
Wise words, Rookhill. Our supplies are high right now. We could leave by nightfall. I will tell the others to prepare for the journey.
Thank you once again, Upworlder. I will say a final goodbye. For where we are going, I fear you cannot come. The journey to the Promised Land is long and arduous.
Goodbye, Rookhill, and good luck.
We must part ways here, Upworlder. I sense your destiny is yet to be chosen. The destiny of my people is at the end of the long journey ahead of us.
Og sakte men sikkert så går de alle som en. Så da har vi fullført det som var her. 10 minutter inn, det tok ikke lengre tid enn det jeg trodde det skulle, så nå skal vi opp til The Hidden Becks og levere The Particle Accelerator. Gaddon, I have your thing. Selv om jeg gjetter på det selvfølgelig jeg som må gjøre et eller annet med det, som vanlig.
You have returned. You have the prototype swoop engine accelerator with you?
I have the accelerator right here.
I was beginning to wonder if you would make it. The race is tomorrow, and my mechanics need time to install the prototype into the swoop engine of our bike.
Okay, I lived up to my end of the deal. Now you better come through.
Don't worry. I'm a man of my word. I promised you could ride in the swoop race under the Hidden Beck banner, and I'm still going to let you do that. And I'm even going to go one better. I'm going to let you ride the swoop bike with the prototype accelerator installed on it. Without it, you won't stand a chance.
Gaddon, you can't be serious. We need one of our best riders on that bike. We can't let some rookie take the prototype engine into the race.
Why are you doing this, Gaddon?
I have to be honest with you. There's a reason I'm letting you take the prototype engine. The accelerator is unstable. There's a good chance it could explode during the race. I can't ask one of my own riders to take the risk. They'll be running unmodified swoops in the race. You'll be the only one using the prototype. If you can complete the track before the accelerator overheats, then you'll win for the Becks. If you die, then one of my other riders could still come through for me.
Sounds like you got all your bases covered.
You don't get to be leader of a swoop gang if you don't know how to work all the angles.
Well, okay. I'm ready for the race.
You can stay here tonight. The mechanics need time to install the accelerator on the engine, so you won't be able to practice your riding. But I've got good instincts, and you have the look of a racer about you. Just try to relax, and in the morning we'll take you to the swoop track.
Vel, det der blir jo for så vidt en interessant bit som jeg håper det er kult de la inn i dette spillet her. Men det er jo på en måte, det er bare en liten del av alt sammen egentlig. Men nå blir det spennende, får vi endelig lov til å møte Bastila? Mens i tillegg så må jeg faktisk ta til meg noe. Vel, jeg vet jo heldigvis hva det har jeg gjort, så forget it. Let's just get to the racing. I won't let you down. Probably won't happen nu liksom. Så de sender meg ut på et livsfarlig oppdrag. There she is. Bastila, sheesh. Det er nesten the kid-friendly variant av the slave Leia-greier. Sheesh. Nå må jeg være helt. Men for å være sikker på at jeg ikke feiler opp, så tror jeg vi bare skal save. For det er selvfølgelig, her er vi kjipe, og vi skal være punktlige på det vi driver med. Vel, da er det selvfølgelig alltid lurt, i tilfelle man glemmer det, så er det lurt å spørre, what's the time to beat? Og nå skal jeg bare si det, at når jeg racer, så skal jeg holde helt kjeft, for jeg er nødt til å konsentrere meg veldig, og det er faktisk for... Det får dere egentlig se. I want to race one of my heats, og da gjelder det bare å huske, jeg muter meg selv for konsentrasjon. Men jeg gjorde det nesten litt for bra der, faktisk. Ja, og det her er jo fordi dette er et skriptet event. Red Rose kommer alltid til å slå den første tida du gir, og så må du gjøre det bedre igjen. Uff, må jeg prøve det. I want to... Nah, but what's the time? Yeah. Okay, I want to race. Nydelig.
People, hear me! Before I present the so-called champion of the Becks with their prize, there is something you must know. The winning rider cheated.
You better not be trying to cheat me, Bridget.
Your swoop bike was using a prototype accelerator. Clearly an unfair advantage. Because of this hidden Beck treachery, I'm withdrawing the Vulca's share of the victory prize. You old fool. Your traditions are nothing to me. I am the wave of the future. If I want to withdraw the prize and sell this woman on the slave market myself, nobody can stop me.
I might have something to say about that, Brezhik.
What? Impossible. You were restrained by a neural disruptor. How could you have possibly summoned the will to free yourself?
You underestimate the strength of a Jedi's mind, Brezhik. A mistake you won't live to regret.
Vulcus, to me! Kill this woman! Kill the swoop rider! Kill them all!
Yeah, kill them all. Det sier du, men I'll not let you kill her. Sheesh. Yeah. Ja, det hadde hjulpet også hvis jeg traff. I stedet for det pisset her. Ja. Spesielt jo nå, siden jeg er nødt til å hjelpe Bastila. Phil. Det her kan ta litt tid egentlig, dessverre. Men legger jeg merke til. Bastila bruker ikke det samme våpen som jeg gjorde, så det er gøy. Jeg ser dere når denne fighten er over. Der ja. Selvfølgelig Bastila var den som gjorde mesteparten av the heavy lifting der. Men her var det remains å hente. Ok, det var ikke for deg egentlig. Hva var det for deg? Oh, double-bladed lightsaber her, vet du. Nice. Well, Bastila, we make a good team, wouldn't you say?
Well, maybe those bloody Vulkars will think twice next time before trying to keep a Jedi prisoner. And as for you, if you think you can collect me as a prize... Wait, I don't believe this. You're one of the soldiers with the Republic fleet, aren't you? Yes, I'm sure of it. How did you end up racing for these swoop gangs?
Så var det, hva skal man si her nå, selvfølgelig? My name's Darren Carl. I'm here to save you.
Save me? Is that what you were trying to accomplish by riding in that swoop race? Well, as far as rescues go, this is a pretty poor example. In case you hadn't noticed, I managed to free myself from that neural restraint collar without your help. In fact, it's more accurate to say that I saved you. Brejik and his Vulkars would have left you for dead if I hadn't stepped into that fight. You're lucky I was here to get you out of this mess.
I think you got things confused. You were a helpless prisoner until I came along.
I may have been a prisoner, but a Jedi is never helpless. Maybe you've heard of a little thing called the Force, but I suppose I shouldn't be too hard on you. You did try to save me after all, even if it didn't go quite as planned. So let's get down to business. We're not out of danger yet. If I'm going to figure out a way for us to get off this planet, I need to know what kind of resources we can draw on. First, are we the only two survivors left from the Ender Spire?
We aren't the only survivors. Carth Onasi is alive as well.
Carth Onasi is alive? Finally, some good news. Carth is one of the Republic's best soldiers. He's proved himself a hero a dozen times over. And he sent you here to save me. Maybe I misjudged you. Carth wouldn't have sent you if he wasn't confident in your abilities. Forgive me. Despite my Jedi training, I still tend to act a bit rashly sometimes. Please, take me to Carth right away. Between the three of us, I'm sure we can figure out some way to get off this planet before the Sith realize we're here. You cannot win, Revan.
Bastila, you're alive! Finally, things are looking up. Now we just need to figure out a way to get off this planet.
You mean you don't have a plan to get off Taurus yet? What have you been doing all this time?
We were trying to find you, remember?
I see. Now that I'm back in charge of this mission, perhaps we can start doing things properly. Hopefully our escape from Taurus will go more smoothly than when you rescued me from Brejik.
I know you're new at this, Bastila, but a leader doesn't berate her troops just because things aren't going as planned. Don't let your ego get in the way of the real issues here.
That hardly strikes me as an appropriate way of addressing your commander, Carth. I am a member of the Jedi Order, and this is my mission. Don't forget that. My battle meditation ability has helped the Republic many times in this war, and it will serve us well here, I'm sure.
Your talents might win us a few battles, but that doesn't make you a good leader. A good leader would at least listen to the advice of those who have seen more combat than she ever will.
Both of you, settle down. This isn't helping us.
Yes, you're right, of course. I apologize, Carth. This has been a difficult time for me. Of course, I'm happy to listen to your advice. What do you suggest we do?
First off, we can't get hung up on who's in charge. We all need to work together if we want to get off this rock. The answer is out there, we just have to find it.
Well said, Carth. And the sooner we start looking, the better. I've already been a prisoner of the Vulkars, and I don't plan on being captured by the Sith.
Don't worry, I won't let that happen.
I think we'll need some help getting off terrace. Maybe if we ask around, one of the locals can help us out. We should probably start by asking around in the cantinas. Is something wrong? You seem as if something's troubling you.
Something weird happened when we first met. Like a vision.
A vision? A vision of what?
Of you, fighting a dark Jedi. Revan, I guess.
It's strange. Such visions are often a sign of Force sensitivity.
Force sensitivity? What do you mean?
I'm not sure. It may be that you have some connection to the Force. It would not be unheard of. When we first met, your natural talent may have fed off my own Force abilities. It is possible that in the excitement of the battle's aftermath, the Force allowed you to witness one of my more intense memories.
Well, this isn't the first time I had a vision.
The Force is complicated. Even I, with all my training, cannot fully understand it yet. This is a matter best left to the wise masters of the Jedi Council. Once we escape Terrace, we can seek the guidance of the Council if you wish. They will understand the significance of your vision, if there is any. However, I think it would be best if we all stayed focused on the task at hand right now. We can't afford any distractions. We need to find a way off Terrace.
Ha. Det var interessant egentlig. Kanskje vi får lov til å bli Jedi? Jeg kunne jo spurt om det sånn egentlig, men jeg var litt glømsk. Så nå kan vi jo vi kan ikke ta i bruk dette, men Bastila kan ta i bruk The Lightsaber. Men vi har ikke noe å oppgradere med, så det er typisk. Ikke noe der heller. Det er litt lite egentlig å få brukt akkurat her, så ikke så mye mer akkurat der. Men da kan vi endelig bruke Bastila, og det er det som er gøy med det, for nå i hvert fall nesten et sånn ish-komplett team. Nå vil vi bare snakke litt med Bastila, for sheesh, this is a badass woman.
How can I help?
You want to talk to me about something?
I would like to know what happened after you crashed on Taurus. I'm curious as to what you and Karth were doing before we all joined forces.
Before we rescued you, you mean? Nå skal du jo før jeg sier dette, det at sånn... Det er ikke ment for å være creepy, det er egentlig ment for å være litt sånn teasing-aktig ut. Så, ja, bare så alle vet hvor jeg stender på dette her.
I managed to free myself, as I recall. In fact, if I hadn't been there, Brejik and his thugs might have killed you in that fight. It's probably more accurate to say that I rescued you.
You didn't escape the Black Vulkars until we arrived, as I recall.
I'll admit that I probably wouldn't have been able to free myself if not for the brawl after the swoop race. I guess I should thank you for that, at least. Actually, your presence at the swoop track is what I'm curious about. It couldn't have been an easy task to find me there, yet somehow you managed. You also avoided detection by the Sith, discovered I was a Vulkar prisoner, gained sponsorship for the race, and became the Taurus swoop champion. That's quite a resume.
Oi. And rescue the damsel in distress. Don't forget that. Det er sånn, det frister litt å si det, men det frister også å si det at I had a lot of help, Karth, Mission and Salbar. Hvor skal jeg kjøre her, selvfølgelig? Det... Nå stender jeg litt sånn her, nå stender jeg litt fast der. Ok, jeg trenger ikke være så cocky akkurat ennå. I had a lot of help with Karth, Mission and Salbar.
Your modesty is admirable. But though others helped, you were the catalyst for these events. When you were chosen to join this mission, I doubt any of us expected this much from you. A Jedi could have done such things, of course, but only by drawing heavily upon the Force.
Are you trying to say I can control the Force?
The Force is in all of us, though for most people it's barely a measurable whisper. There are some individuals outside the Jedi Order that we consider Force-sensitive. It's obvious to me that the Force has been working through you. There is no other explanation for your great success, though I'm not certain what to make of this discovery. Perhaps if you weren't... well, if you were younger, the Jedi might take you for training, but as it is...
What are you trying to say?
I'm sorry, I've overstepped my authority. I'm speaking of things that are best left to the Jedi Council. For now, let's just accept the fact that you're gifted. Hopefully, between your abilities, my Jedi training, and the skills of our companions, we can find a way off this planet.
Det håper jeg jo virkelig. Er det noen andre som legger merke til kanskje noe i dialogen mellom meg og Bastila der? Jeg skal la den henge litt i lufta. Karth?
Yes, what's on your mind?
I want to continue our discussion from before.
I thought I said I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Don't you think you'd feel better if you discussed it?
Not particularly. I guess it wouldn't hurt exactly either, though I don't know why you're so interested. When I think of all the men who betrayed us, the one that stands out above all of them is the one that I respected the most. Saul.
You say that name like I should know it.
You don't. I thought everyone did. But Admiral Saul Kareth is the commander of the entire Sith fleet. He's half the reason Malak has done so well in the war. Saul was my commanding officer back when the Mandalorian Wars first began. He taught me everything about being a soldier, and I looked up to him. Saul approached me before he left. He talked to me about how the Republic was on the losing side and about how I should start thinking of my survival. I know now that he was trying to recruit me into the Sith, but I couldn't have conceived of it back then. I argued with him and he got angry and he left. I never saw him again.
You didn't think he would betray the Republic?
Saul was my mentor. He led us to so many victories against the Mandalorians. Even when things looked to be at their worst, I couldn't conceive of it. He couldn't be serious. I was wrong, of course. He not only left us for the Sith, he gave them the codes to bypass our scanners. I remember waking up as the first of the Sith bombers snuck past our defenses and began destroying half of our docked ships. I knew right away what had happened. I mean, I could have stopped him. I could have stopped it all.
Do you really believe that?
I don't know, maybe. He might have killed me if I tried, or I might have killed him. I was stupid, however, and I let him go. No, I fought Saul for years now, and if I ever catch up to him, he will regret what he's done. He will regret it.
I'd do the same thing in your shoes.
Well, there's more to the story, I guess. But I don't want to talk about it right now. Let's go.
Vi kan sikkert det, men sheesh, Carl, det... Nei, Karth. Begynner å blande Carl og Karth. Det var et dumt valg av meg å blande navnene på den måten der. Dessverre, hvis vi prøver å snakke til Salbar, så har han veldig lite lyst til å snakke om livet sitt, så det er ikke så mye du får ut av det. Mission, har du noe å si før vi avslutter?
Hey there. What can I do for you?
I want to talk to you about your brother.
I was a little snappish when we last talked. I'm sorry about that. I get a little touchy when it comes to Griff. It's kind of embarrassing telling people about him.
Embarrassing? Why?
It's complicated. Griff wasn't the most popular guy. He had his faults. But I still loved him, you know? Sometimes people don't understand. I never knew my parents. My brother always looked out for me. He's the one who brought me here to Tars. I was just a kid, only 5. But I remember the trip, if you could call it that. We were stuffed inside a packing crate in a starfighter's cargo hold with just enough food and water to make the trip. Not exactly first class, you know?
You were stowaways?
I don't know the whole story. I was pretty young, but my brother owed a lot of money. Might even have been a few arrest warrants out for him, I don't know. The only way to get off the planet was to smuggle ourselves out. I mean, I don't want to make it sound like we were criminals. Well, maybe my brother was. See, this is why I don't like to talk about it. It makes Griff sound worse than he really was. My brother had his problems, but he always looked out for me.
What kind of problems did your brother have?
He gambled and drank, and he was always borrowing money for his latest get-rich-quick scheme. But he had a good heart, you know? He taught me how to survive, showed me how to slice into a computer security system, how to get inside a locked building without the entrance codes, and how to spot a wealthy mark for a quick shell game.
Pretty handy skills to have, Mission.
Yeah, Griff did right by me. I really miss him since he left. I keep hoping he'll come back someday. He promised me he would.
Why did he leave?
He fell in with a bad crowd. It's all Lena's fault. She's the one who took him from me. Just batted those long lashes at him and off he went.
Who's Lena?
I don't want to talk about Griff and Lena. Just the thought of that space tramp makes my blood boil. Subject's closed as far as I'm concerned. If I'm gonna be any help to you, I can't be worrying about my brother running off with some intergalactic skank. So is there something else you need?
Nothing, never mind.
Okay, have it your way.
Sheesh. Så her er det familietrøbbel. Der er det noen som ikke stoler på folk, og så er det ei som er litt usikker på hvorfor jeg er her. I hvert fall det virker i hvert fall som at hun er litt usikker på det. Salbar er bare silent, så vi har i hvert fall samlet teamet vårt nå til i hvert fall en robust liten gjeng her. Men da tror jeg vi kan avslutte her, folkens. Og da håper dere har likt denne episoden her av at vi er klart å avansere. Vi klarte endelig å befri Bastila, så yay! Så hvis du likte denne episoden her, sett gjerne stor pris på en like. Hvis du har noe å si, skriv en kommentar. Hvis du har spilt dette, hva synes du om Bastila? Jeg synes i hvert fall at hun er en av de tøffeste figurene i dette spillet her, så jeg har kanskje en liten bias, men ja. Og hvis du ser på, men ikke er abonnert, abonner gjerne og bli en del av Tyrs vinger på YouTube. Men frem til neste episode, mine gode vinger og venner, så håper jeg du som ser på, ha en fortreffelig dag, en fortreffelig uke, med fortreffelige folk. Så tror jeg vi snakkes pent og godt med i neste episode av Tyr spiller Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Snakkes da!